And so somebody on our staff is like, well, I don't even know if Josh Allen's going to be a Hall of Famer. And so the Oscars happened over the weekend. And you guys saw Paul Thomas Anderson had that great movie, One Battle After Another. And he finally won an Oscar. He's 55 years old.
What are we even saying right now? What is the take? And then we're questioning whether or not Josh Allen is going to be a Hall of Famer. Did I hear that right?
So somebody on our staff is like, well, I don't even know if Josh Allen's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. So I heard that right. I thought that I had to have misheard that someone on the staff said, I don't even know if Josh Allen is going to be a Hall of Famer. Guys, this is one of those moments when I'm faced with like, what video do I make? Do I make multiple videos? Because I can go off on just that singular sentence right there. Josh Allen might not be a Hall of Famer. And it's just like Josh Allen is literally one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Snorts, so you want to say that one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, who is an absolute monster, who is without a shadow of a doubt the best quarterback in the NFL, at least right now. We want to say that that man is not a Hall of Famer. I want to meet that man on the staff and be like, what are you 75 years old where you're like back in my day John Elway did this, or are you 22 years old and you just started watching football and yesterday who are you right now, who are you right now, because it's just such an insane statement to make. Oh my God. We're going to question whether or not Josh Allen is a Hall of Famer. Size, man. I can't actually understand. I take such pride. I shouldn't take pride. Pride is a sin. I do though. I think that I have a legitimate ability to just from my own background to be able to really see things from other people's perspective. You know, it's something that it's why I can get along with anyone from all different walks of life, and it's something that I just think it's just something that I'm generally good at, and just seeing something from someone else's perspective and how they navigate and view the world. No matter how extreme, whether it's left, right, up, down, no matter what it is, I can put myself in your shoes and then understand it. I fundamentally cannot grasp and understand how anyone in their right mind would ever question whether or not Josh Allen is a Hall of Fame quarterback. How you can even question that quite frankly invalidates anything you ever have to say about football. I'm sorry, that might sound strong, that might sound harsh, but I'm just like we are not having the same conversation. We are not interacting on the same planet. I'm playing Madden and you're playing Super Mario Bros. Okay. I'm watching the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs or the Baltimore Ravens and you're watching Telemundo. Like I don't even understand. You're watching a cartoon from Poland. I am just like, what? What? We're just not even remotely having the same conversation. And so and this is the problem with people, because Jack last season said this and J-Max is not necessarily saying that he's not a Hall of Famer. He said someone on the staff, whatever. And everyone can have their own opinions. I totally respect other people's opinions. So when I give my whole extreme rant, it's meant for fun. But this is part of the problem with people's understanding of what you're actually seeing. This is the problem when you don't actually understand what you're seeing. You're already getting something wrong. And therefore, the conclusions that you're drawing down the line continue to be wrong. And I used to have this problem in math. I was actually really good at algebra. But sometimes I'd mess up something earlier on in the equation and I'd do everything else correct, everything else perfectly. But because I messed up one of the steps earlier, everything's wrong. And so people are just truly not grasping the actual genuine greatness of Josh Allen. And so J-Max said this last year where he goes, I think J.J. McCarthy can be like Josh Allen. And it was like, what? And this is coming from someone who defended J.J. McCarthy, who was like, I think J.J. McCarthy blah 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 blah. And I'm like, guys, we got to draw this line here. And it's the same thing with Caleb Williams. I'm super high on Caleb Williams. I'm saying that if Caleb Williams takes a step forward, him and the Chicago Bears and Ben Johnson can be the Kansas City Chiefs of like 2018. I've been singing the praises. Singing the praises. And defended him through every single failure of his rookie season. Every single failure. But people are like, he's like Josh Allen. No, he's not. You don't understand how great, how elite, how special, how much of a monster, an absolute bona fide monster Josh Allen is. You just don't quite grasp it then. How unique, how special, how elite, how resilient, how spectacular Josh Allen really is. People are like, oh, you're such a fanboy. You're such a homer. You're so this. Guys, it's just the reality. I'm literally I see reality. I copy it and then I paste it. I'm like, I don't think any of this should even remotely be considered a hot take. I think it's the most lukewarm generic take. Oh, what's your take? That Josh Allen is unbelievable and amazing. It's like, well, yeah, obviously the fact that it's even remotely controversial or that it can be even remotely debated is insane, makes absolutely positively no sense. And it really is actually funny because it's like it's just such a full circle thing for me because one of my boldest takes I've ever, one of the first boldest takes I ever made was the summer going into, 24. It was after the Chiefs went back to back and I was like, Josh Allen's a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. And I was just like, yeah. I remember the way how I first aired it out because this was very early on and I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna say it. I was like, Josh Allen's better than Patrick Mahomes. And then it was like when I was able to say it a couple times, I was just like, this sounds like a hot take, but it's actually like it's actually not. And the more I said it, the more I was just like, it's just I know you don't hear things like that. And I'm not doing it to be like, oh yeah, if you watch my videos, you're going to hear things that like no one wants to say out loud. Like that's obviously not what I try to do here. But it was just a moment of clarity for me where it's just like just relay reality how you see it. Like that's the formula for me. It's just relay reality how you see it. And there's certain takes that I understand that can become even a Patrick Mahomes, even a Josh Allen over Patrick Mahomes. Like I understand why people could be like what that's not true. Like I get that. I mean it's changing as years have unfolded now. But like I understand that, I do, but I cannot grasp that you can question the actual legitimate genuine greatness of Josh Allen. If you want to say, oh, he can't get it done. He's not this blah blah blah. Which I emphatically disagree with, wholeheartedly disagree with, and think is absolutely absurd and is bias speaking in the other direction. But if you're actually really just going to downright question his level of greatness and his spectacularness, I don't want to be the one to say like, you don't know ball. Because I hate when, I hate takes like that. And I hate when people say that to me, they're like, you clearly don't know ball. And it's just like, okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry that I think the Eagles are better than the Cowboys. I know automatically that means I don't know ball. I know. I'm terrible. But like if you don't understand how great Josh Allen is, then you potentially don't actually really know what you're seeing or you're just incredibly biased. And if you are incredibly biased, I encourage you to try to balance that out a little bit. We're all out to have our biases. We're all out to be fans. But like if it's getting in the way of you recognizing one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, then I actually think that's where fandom goes wrong. That's a problem. That's I think you're actually ruining some of your enjoyment rather than enhancing some of your enjoyment because you're literally being robbed of observing one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And if it's just based off of you not knowing football, then I encourage you to really learn more, to really listen. Don't listen to me. Listen to other people. Listen to people that know football way better than me. I mean, sure, please keep listening to me, but find other people that can help you see more clearly why someone like Josh Allen is truly special, is truly great. You're it's one of two things. Rather so biased that it's actually getting in the way of you enjoying football and appreciating greatness, but that I think would therefore actually take away from your enjoyment of football. And it's all about enjoyment. It's all about entertainment. So, I encourage you to change that, or you just don't know football as well as you think you do. And then even then, I really encourage you to learn more because I think you'll enjoy. Again, if it's getting in the way of you understanding and appreciating just how great Josh Allen is, no matter what direction that takes you in, I think it's genuinely taking away from your level of enjoyment watching football. So, either way, it's a win-win for you. You will get more enjoyment out of the very thing that you clearly love and care a lot about if you're watching a random dude like me on YouTube. So I just encourage you try to walk down a different path, and at the end of that path is more enjoyment, more fun, more excitement. You'll watch more games that excite you. You'll watch more players that you can get excited for. You'll have more nuance in your discussions. You'll enjoy football at a deeper, more enjoyable layer. Yeah. Level. I promise you. I promise you. That's my promise. Go walk that path and then get back to me. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think? Is Josh Allen a Hall of Famer? Is Josh Allen a Hall of Famer? Let me know your thoughts. I read every single comment. It's whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Either way, let's get some discussions. Let's get some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. Please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here. I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be a part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.